So again, good afternoon, everyone. So we'll start. And to begin with our class for this afternoon, let's have first our opening prayer. The afternoon prayer. All right. So please remove the distractions or possible distractions. And thank you for wearing white this afternoon or for today, as what I requested last night. So there you have it. So we'll have our new lesson, which is I believe you already studied a while ago, right? So to begin, let's have this Kahoot first. How about the others? Please join now, the Kahoot. Seventeen. So there are several, like, gave me some messages. They are like disconnected. Akiko. Anyway, let's proceed. If you cannot connect to Kahoot game because of the internet connection issues, you may like write your answers on a sheet of paper. Okay? If you cannot click, if you cannot join, still please answer the questions that will be shown on the monitor. Is that right? Is that okay? So we'll start. So add, subtract, compare, or arrange. Which of the following decimals is smallest? All right. So majority got the correct answer. That is correct. It's 5/10,000. That is right. That is right. So let's continue with the next one. Those who answered 5/10 and then 5,000. Okay, will you please check why you got a wrong answer? Yeah, from right, we need to check if it is what? Yeah, you need to check the column that I introduced you last time. Yeah, that's it. Let's continue. So very good. Aimer is on the board, or on the leading on the board, rather. Next, which one is arranged from least to greatest? Wow, very nice. So majority of the class got the correct answer. That is correct. We have 2,000s, 2/10, and 1 2/10. That is correct. Let's proceed to the next question. Still, Aimer is on the board, or the top of the board. Add 23 2/100 and 9,000. You have 1 minute to do that. Sige po. Take your time. You still have 30 seconds. Okay, we have down to last 5 seconds. Wow, nice. Wow, almost. Yeah, the class, the whole class got the, yeah, most of you got a correct answer. That is 23 and 29,000. Very good. Wow, so Amer, Kia, Abram, Aliyah, and Eman is on the top 5. Okay, let's proceed. 25 minus 38/100. Take your time. You have a minute to do that. Okay, still have 20 seconds. Okay, down to last 10 seconds. There you have it. Okay, the correct answer is yes, it should be 24 and 62 hundredths. Okay, that is the right one. So, how are you going to do that? 25.00, ladagdagan nyo, you'll annex, if you still remember, before you subtract the number. Okay? Anyway, so the result is not good for question number 4. Okay, the last question. So in your PE class, your teacher asked to measure height. Your height is 1 and 45 meters, while your friend's height is 1 and 36 meters. How tall are you from your friend? Okay, 10 seconds. That's it. Okay, the correct answer is, yeah, the difference is 9, hundredths meter. That is the correct answer. So only 3 got a correct answer. Anyway, so yeah, let's see. So Amer is number 1. Na mali ng button. Yeah. Second is Elia, and the third is Sophia. So anyway, as I can see naman, the first 3 questions, you got like, majority of the class got the correct answer. So we will just deal on the subtraction part of the lesson. So anyway, we'll just go back there. If possible, we'll still review. Okay, let's continue. Yes. When you are like subtracting, I believe last time yun din yung naging problema natin when you are subtracting decimals. Okay? But I said, so at least nakita ko in this activity that we can what? We will give some more time, okay, in subtracting decimals. Now let's read this problem or this situation on the slide presentation. Okay, so the situation is that one. Okay. So please read with me. I'm going to read, but I'm going to ask questions after the situation. Okay, situations like this. It is still pandemic and we are advised to still follow certain protocols. Social distancing, wearing a mask, and washing the hands always, plus sanitizing our hands using alcohol. But, so there's a problem. You ran out of alcohol. So what are you going to do? Okay, definitely. What are you going to do if you run out of alcohol? But we need that. In simple, I mean, yes, Abang, what are you going to do?
If you run out of alcohol, you can just wash your hands with soap.
Very good. That is one. Okay. And another, what else? Excellent answer. Who else who can give more answer? Yes, Miel. Yes, Miel. Miel, are you there? Amer, please answer that one. So aside from,
If you
we'll
want
just
to
wash the hand with
sanitize
soap, what
things,
else?
you can just use substitute for alcohol like bleach and water.
Okay, that can be also. So very good. I really, I want to give like, I'll give you applause for, by giving those alternatives. Okay, but another thing that you can do is definitely You will go to the store and buy some. So for example, this character on the picture, he is John, he is going to buy some alcohol, but then out of stocks, but somehow nakabili naman siya, class. So these are the things he bought. So you buy 3 alcohols at 47 and 25 pesos each. Okay, that is the situation. You buy 3 alcohols or 3 bottles of alcohols at 47 pesos and 25 centavos each. Now the question is, how much will you pay? Now don't answer that question. What are you going to answer is this one. Okay, what are you going to do? Nakita na. What are you going to do to solve for this problem? Please click raise hand if you want to answer. Yeah, raise hand. Nicole or Hannah, please answer this one. What are you going to do to know the answer?
Multiply.
Very good. So definitely, what do we do now? We are going to multiply, right? So our lesson for this afternoon is about multiplying or multiply decimal numbers. Okay? Now let us visualize first. Because why we need to multiply decimals? So we need to visualize. So we visualize using this picture. If you are still familiar, everything about fractions and decimals start with a whole like this. Okay? Now, will you please tell me what can you see in the figure? How many parts are there? How many equal parts are there? Will you please raise your hand if you want to answer? How many equal parts are there? Yes, Kia. Kia, how many equal parts are there? Kia, hello. Who else? Jaisley. Jaisley.
10.
10. So there are 10 equal parts. So definitely we have how many equal parts? 10 parts. Now the question is, express that in fraction. We shaded like one part of it. And you see that. The red one that's the shaded part. The blue one are the remaining parts that has low shade. So, yes, Aliyah, what is that in fraction?
1/10.
Yes, that is 1/10. So what is that in decimals? So express 1/10 in decimal. How are we going to express that? Yes, raise your hand. Kia, yes, Kia, please answer. How are we going to express in decimal? So your answer is? Kia, maybe your audio is not okay. You'll please check for it. Check your audio or your microphone. Any other hand? Will you please raise your hand? Kia, ikaw, nagjo-join pa lang si Kia, na-disconnect nga siya. Okay, let's have, who is Joanne Salgado? Who is Joanne Salgado? Why you are using other name? Who's that? Sino yon? Anyway, Abam, will you please express that in decimal? Ba't di ko kayo naririnig, class? Can you hear me? Will you please do this one? This way.
Sir?
Thumbs up. Yes.
Ano po yung... Di ko po kayo makinig.
Can you hear me? Thumbs up if yes. Yes. Now, express that in decimals. Anyone?
Di ko po kayo makinig, sir.
But some of your classmates can still hear me. Jester. Okay, Jester, will you please answer this one? Express in decimals. Go. What is that in decimal?
1/10.
Still, that is 1/10. Okay? Now, why we elicit the 0 there? Why do we elicit 0? Because there's no value. when the zeros are like on the right side of the number, so we can actually elicit them. Is that okay? So the original number for that should be 0.10, but we can now elicit 0, so we'll just write 0.1, or we read that as 1/10. Now, let's continue. So we have 4 now, 4 whole, and then each is like 1 part each, 1 out of 10. So similar with what we have a while ago. So you have 1/10, 1/10, another 1/10, and another 1/10. Now, we're going to visualize multiplication in this picture. So that is, that is 1/10 multiplied to 4, because there are 4 figures. Can you see that? Yes, there are 4 figures, right? So we have 1/10 times 4, because that is 4 figures, that is equal to n. So that is the number sentence for multiplication. Did you get it? Did you get it? Why we will have, or we are like allowed to multiply numbers or decimal numbers? Yes, definitely, we are allowed. Now, what is the answer? So how are we going to get the answer? Now, to answer this one, we need to use this visualization. So the line, we have there a line, and that start with 0, and then we have 1 and 2, 2/10, 3/10, and so on. Just like a ruler. But this one is expressed in decimal. Now, we're going to go 4 times, right? So we're going to move 4 times. Another. Okay? So that is now, that is 1/10 times 4. So, where did it land? Saan nagland yung arrow? Okay, definitely in 4/10. So the answer there is 1/10 times 4 is 4/10. Did you get it? Thumbs up if you get it. Anyone? Thumbs up if you get it. Okay, let's continue. How about if the given is like this? Okay, so I want you to get your show me board and write a number sentence for this one. Okay, get your show me board, write a number sentence for this given. We have 5 figures. And what are the parts, or what is the part? That is out of what part? So will you please write it in a number sentence? Ready, begin. Please say Dan if you are finished, or done. Okay. So everyone is already finished with what he or she is doing. So I'm going to look for your answer. That is why I will go out first here. So let me see your answers. How are you going to express that in a number sentence? In 1, 2, 3, go. Show your answers now. May I see? Okay, so there are 4/10, so that is 4/10, or 4 out of 10, that is correct. And there are 5 figures. Did you get it? There are 4/10, or there is 4/10, 4 out of 4. And then there are 5 figures. So you are correct. The equation should be, plus when I say equation, we are referring to number sentence also. So equation means yung problem na sasagutan natin, we call that equation. Did you get it? So when you hear me saying equation, yung sasagutan, what are we going to answer? So this is 4/10 times, how many figures are there? So we have 5. So please take a look on our chat box. We have 4/10 times 5. So very good. Everyone almost, majority of the class got the correct answer. Yeah, let's proceed. So I'm very happy that you can really follow our discussion. Okay, let's continue. Yeah. So how about this one? Make a number sentence. You are done. Now, take a look at this one. So it was labeled. It has 100 parts. And definitely, What is our clue? If it is 10 parts, that is tenths. If it is 100 parts, that is hundredths. If it is 1,000 parts, there are 1,000 equal parts, that is thousands. Now, when you see this figure, definitely, please put in your mind that we are dealing now hundreds. You get it? Now, how are we going to write it? Let us try 100 parts. So in decimal, how are we going to write it? Anyone? Yung, yung isang figure lang muna, class. Anyway, the same lang naman sila ng part. So at least one figure. What is the decimal form of the shaded region out of 100? Okay. May I call? Roshena, are you there? Are you connected? Yes, Mia. Will you please answer this one?
1,200.
Very good. So how are you going to express that? Well, 12 hundredths, definitely. I'm sorry. So that is 0.12. Okay? Now, what is that in fraction? Definitely that is 12 over 100. Did you now understand that fraction in decimal is similar? Thumbs up? Yes, very good. If we go back to 10 parts, so same. Right? Same, similar. 10 parts, 1 over 10, because 1 shaded out of 10, and then that is 1/10. But since we are dealing now with hundreds equal parts, so definitely that is, okay, so let's, yeah. So that is, so what I'm saying, 12 out of 100, or 12 hundredths, and that is 12 over 100. So let's make a number sentence. The number sentence will be 12 hundredths times how many figures are there? You're going to count. We have 1, 2, 3. So we're going to multiply that to, why is it 4? It should be 3. So let's continue. That is times 3. That is equal to, okay, that is the number sentence. You get it? So that's how we visualize. Now, in solving multiplication of decimals, hindi naman lagi class may visualization. Okay? There are times number lang ibibigay sa inyo. Okay? So what are we going to do? For example, like this one. How are we going to answer that? This one. This one. What about this one? Paano natin sasagutan? And the remaining given. Now, to answer this, what do you call this problem, let's have first these explanations. Good morning na nakalagay class kasi supposedly morning class, okay? So palitan ko muna. So I will change it to, yeah. All right, now let's proceed. So for example, we have 8 tenths, and then you multiply that class to 6 tenths. So again, what we're going to do, we are going to multiply. Now, what is the first step to do? My question first is, do you know how to multiply whole numbers? Yes or no? Do you know how to multiply whole numbers? Yes. So when I call your name, will you please multiply the following numbers as fast as you can when I call your names, okay? Dana, will you please multiply 9 times 7?
72 po.
Again, 9 times 7. Yes, Marius?
63.
Okay, that is 63. Now, how about 8 times 6? 8 times 6, will you please answer that one? Yes, Carl? Carl, 8 times 6? Eight times 6? Bella?
48.
Very good. So 9 times 6, Eman? Eman?
4.
9 times 6?
4.
54, okay? Very good. Angelica, how about 8 times 7?
56.
Okay, now, I believe you can multiply whole numbers because you will apply that in multiplying decimals. Take note of the first rule. Please write if you can write it. First rule, we are going to multiply decimals as if we are multiplying whole numbers. Again, we are going to multiply, okay, decimals as if we are multiplying whole numbers at first. But later, we are going to consider the decimal point. Okay? Now, take a look at this example given. We have 8 tenths times 6 tenths. So as what I'm saying a while ago, you're going to multiply as if multiplying a whole number. So what is 8 times 6? What is 8 times 6? The answer there is, yes, Miel? Miel, what is the answer?
4,800.
Okay. So not yet. Dun muna tayo sa whole number, pero that is correct. Now, we will write first there 48. Now, to know where to put the decimal point, you're going to count. So we'll have first the first given, which is 8 tenths. How many decimal figure are there? So you're going to write, there is 1 decimal figure. How are you going to count the decimal figure? From the point going to the right. So in counting, so for example, you have this one, 8. So that is only 1 decimal figure. Now, the next given, 6 tenths. We have also 1 decimal figure. Again, tanggalin muna natin yung S. So, in total, we have 2 decimal figures. Did you get it? We have now 2 decimal figures. So, that is our clue now where to put the decimal point. So, we're going to count 2 going to the left. So, we have 8 is number 1, 4 is number 2, so we're going to put point here. And we are going to add here 0 to complete our answer. So, not necessarily class na naka-align yung decimal point. Same lang kapag nag-align kayo ng multiplication of whole number. So, that is why the answer here is correct. And Mia's answer a while ago is correct. That is 48 hundredths. Why? Because in the first given, we have 1 decimal figure. Second, 1 decimal figure. The total is 2 decimal figures. That is why our answer, there should be what? 2 decimal figures. Did you get it? Clear? Thumbs up if clear. Thumbs down if not. Please be honest of what you feel. May I see first your hand? Thumbs up if yes. Thumbs down if no. So, you need to count the decimal figure on the right side of the decimal point. That's your clue where to put the decimal point when you are multiplying. But I said, at first, you need to multiply the decimal as if you are multiplying whole numbers. Did you get it? Now, let's proceed to the next example. Okay. For instance, the given is 5 tenths, and then we have 2 tenths. So, same thing. We have 1 decimal figure, another 1 decimal figure. So, the total is 2 decimal figures. Or we can also use places, 2 decimal places or 1 decimal place. Okay? Now, multiply as if you are multiplying a whole number. 5 times 2, that is definitely. So, will you please say the answer if you want? Open your microphone if you want. I will not call anymore. Yeah, it's already written. Yes. Now, please pay attention. Okay? Here, we have 10 as the answer. 5 times 2, that is 10. Now, we're going to count from this side going to the left. So 1, 2. So the decimal point will be placed right here. And we have here 0. Now, the question is that the final answer? Pwede mag-unmute kung gustong sumagot. Is that the final answer? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Yeah, that is the answer. But then, what I told you a while ago, you can elicit what? Ano yung pwede nating tanggalin dyan?
0.
What? The 0. So, it means we're going to, sorry, nakat. So, we're going, class, to elicit 0 on the right side because there's no value. What happened? Okay, again. So we're going to elicit because there's no value. So the final answer would be 1/10. So this is the final answer. If there's a situation like that, okay? If there are zeros like that, did you get it? If only there are zeros on the right side of the number, okay? But if it is in between the number, for example, the zeros are placed here, please don't you ever remove zeros in between a number and a point. So itong number na to na nasa gitna ng point at saka ng isang figure, you cannot remove that. You cannot elicit that number. You get it? Yes. Now, let's continue. Ito na yung given natin. Sige nga, let me try. Will you please get your show me board and answer this one? Okay. So, hindi ko natatanggalin class yung 1 decimal figure, 1 decimal figure, 2 decimal figures kasi yun pa rin yung gamit natin. Okay, try to answer. Begin.
Done.
Done. Done.
Done.
Done.
Done. Okay, let us see. Let me see kung na-apply yung katuturo ko lang. Let me see. Okay, will you please show your answers in 3, 2, 1, go. Please write the final answer. Okay, the final answer is, please show it. I will call your name if you're correct. Miel is correct. Mia, Angelica, Kia, Santara, Eman, Toby, Carl, Diana, JM, sino nga si Joan? Jester, Jaisley, Amer, Aliyah, Sophia, it's not called. Hannah, is that one Hannah? No, it should be 2, not 1. Okay. How about the others? Diana said she can't join. She can't attend the meeting. Okay. Please, I will upload the video after the class. Those who are disconnected, please watch the whole video lesson. Okay, the correct answer is, you're correct, 2/10. So how is that, why the answer is 2/10? So definitely same with what the rule I discussed a while ago. So you're going to multiply as if you're multiplying a whole number. That is 4 times 5. You're correct. That is 20. So we'll point 0. 0.20. But then I said, okay, you can elicit zeros on the right. That is why your answer will be 2/10. And that is your final answer. Okay? Only in this case, if the answer has like zeros on the right. But kapag nasa gitna siya ng dalawang number, for example, we have this one, 0.20002. Ayan, 000. Don't you ever remove the zeros in the middle, the red one. Those numbers or those zeros highlighted in red. You're going to remove the zeros on the rightmost side of the number. Those numbers that are like color yellow. Did you get it? So only those zeros that are colored yellow. So yun lang ang tatanggalin. Okay? Now let's continue. Another example. What if ito yung given? 40 hundredths, 50 hundredths. Okay. Now, before multiplying, since 0 lang din naman yung nasa katabi niya, okay? 0 lang din naman, wala nang value, alisin na din. Alisin. Para hindi ka na mahirapang mag-multiply. Did you get it? Kahit gaano pa kadami yung katabi niya dyan. Oh, you have 3 there. We have another 3. And then you want to multiply that number. So kaysa naman, you like find it hard to multiply 4,000 times 5,000 because that's too large. That's too huge, rather. That's huge. So you may now elicit the zeros. Para ang matitira na lang, class, is 4 tenths times 5 tenths. And the answer there is 2 tenths. Okay? But take note, you need to follow the rule. If there are 1 decimal figure, another 1 decimal figure, 2 decimal figures, we are going to move it to the left 2 decimal figures. Kaya nga lang natin tinanggal yung 0, again, because it has no value. So let's continue. What if there's a whole number? 1 and 2 tenths times, let's say this is 3 tenths. Oh, let's add some more, decimal places. Let's say the given. So, ang arrangement nyo, class, same lang pag nag-arrange kayo ng multiplication yan. Naka-ladders na ganyan. Hindi na kailangan naka-align ng decimal point. We are just aligning the decimal point if we are adding and subtracting decimals. But if we are multiplying decimals, no need. Because we are just to count the decimal figure. Now, let's begin with counting the decimal figure before solving. So, let's count. Ito muna, i-count muna natin yung 1 and 2 hundredths. We have 1, 2. So, there are 2 decimal figures. The next is 1. So, there is 1 decimal figure. So, the total decimal figures are 3. Now, if there are 3 decimal figures, see to it na yung magiging sagot ninyo ay meron ding 3 decimal figures. Do you get my point? Thumbs up if you get it. Will you please show it to me? So, if it is 3 decimal figures, the answer should have 3 decimal figures. Sir, paano if it is lacking? So, later I'm going to explain also. So, let's continue first. So, 2 decimal figures plus 1 decimal figure, a total of 3 decimal figures. Now, let us go to the multiplication. So, same thing, class, kung paano mag-multiply. I-click ko ng arrow. Ito muna, 3. Ito. 3, this one, times 2, that is 6. Right? And then 3 times 0, of course, that is 0. 3 times 1, of course, that is 3. Now, wala namang i-multiply na dyan kasi 0 na din yung katabi nun. Wala na. So, we are done. Now, what we're going to do, count decimal figures. We have 3, so the answer should have 3 decimal figures also. So, you have 1, 2, 3. Sakto, merong siyang 3. So, lagay tayo ng point, and then, lagay tayo ng 0 sa harapan. So, your answer would be 306 thousandths. Again, the answer would be 306 thousandths. So, we have 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. So, 0 here, we'll not use that anymore. So, count the decimal figure. We have 3 decimal figure. So, that is 306 thousandths. Okay? May I see your hand? Please, be honest. If not clear, do this way so that I can explain some more. Now, let's have this one. What if the given is like this? Okay. The given is like this, class. Let's say 4. Okay. You can actually, move it. This is a real struggle, but we need to overcome. Okay. Now, look at this given. Before we go to the exercises, we have here 2 hundreds. We are now talking about hundreds. We have 4 hundreds. Now, my question, please, I'm going to call someone to give me the decimal figures. In the first given, how many decimal figures are there? 2 hundreds. How many decimal figures are there? Will you please raise your hand if you want to answer? Wala, nadi-disconnect. Amer, how many decimal figures in
Two
the first
decimal
number or decimal?
figures.
So there are 2. Very good. The next one, how many decimal figures? Yes, Miel. Miel is disconnected. Just joining. Aliyah.
2 decimal figures.
So definitely, since we have 2 plus 2 decimal figures, we have a total of 4 decimal figures. Did you get it? Now, let's proceed to the multiplication. As if we are multiplying whole number. So ano lang nakikita nyo class na number na pwedeng i-multiply, just stick to that. Okay? So for example, in this given, we have 4 times 2. The answer is 8. Now, we will count 4 decimal figures. Wow! Sir, how can we count 4 decimal figure? There is only one answer, and that is only 8. So we are going to count 1 o 1 lang. So ibig sabihin, hindi natin masasatisfy yung condition, which is there should be what? 4 decimal figures. So what we're going to do now, we need to move pa rin, going to the left, and try to replace the place of the figures with 0. So we'll count, makabuo tayo ng 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then we're going to put the point, and then 0. And that's the final answer. So the answer is 8 10,000s. So again, ano yung kailangan nating isatisfy? Yung total ng decimal figures para magkaroon tayo ng correct answer. Alright? If kulang talaga, you will just annex zeros. Or you will just attach zeros to the answer. Clear? Okay, let me see. Let's use the show me board. Okay. Will you please answer this one, class? So this is the given. 8 hundredths multiplied to 3 hundredths. Go. Please say done if you're finished.
Done.
You're done.
Done.
Not yet done if you are still solving for the problem.
Done.
Okay, let me see. Let me check the answers. Take note, there should be 4 decimal figures. So if your answers has like no 4 decimal figures, you need to think now, bakit kaya kulang? So what I'm going to do? Okay? So let's see. Will you please show your answers in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Aliyah is correct. Amer, correct. Diana, Jester, Hannah, okay, who's this? Jaisley, Ara, JM, Sophia, Toby, Santara, Miel, How about the rest? Yes, you're right, Marius. Abam, you're right. Mia, you're right also, and Angelica. Who else? If your names are not yet called, please show your answer. So Bella is correct. Akiko is also correct. Yeah, that is the right answer. It should be 24 10,000s.
Sir, bibilangan pa po ba yun ng points?
Yeah, yung mga kanina, dapat naglalagay kayo ng points sa right side. Di ba we have already like tried, how many times na tayo nag-show me board since a while, since we started the class? 3. So there should be like 3 points now. Be honest. If you are wrong, please do not put score because I'm like also here. Nakikita ko naman kung tama o mali yung sagot. Okay? Now let's continue. How about if the given class is like, let's proceed to like a little more bigger than the given that I'm showing to you. So for example, we have this one. Okay, let's add, and then we have 2. Okay, so you have this one. All right. So take note, class. Yung second number, meron na siyang 2 figures, 2 decimal figures. Kaya magkakaroon ka na ng ladder when you are multiplying. Do you understand what I mean? So you need to count first the decimal figure. We have 3, and then we have 2, and then we have, the total is 5 decimal figures. So your answer should have a total of 5 decimal figures. Now let's proceed now to the multiplication. 3 times 8, the answer there should be 4 or 24. Mamaya ko na i-move class. So definitely you'll put the remaining number there. So that's carry. That is 2. Okay? So next, you're going to multiply 3 times 0, that is 0, times 2, that is 2. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 rather is 2. And then, you're going to multiply 3 times 2, that is 6. And then 3 times 1, that is 3. Okay, so the first one, you have 3, 6, 2, 4. Let's proceed to the next one. Ilaladerize nyo na siya. The usual thing we do when we are multiplying. 2 times 8, that is 16. Right? And then, we need to put carry since lumabis na siya. 16. If there's a will, there's a way. Okay, 16. Then 2 times 0, that is 0. And then, we'll add 1. So, we'll put 1 here. And then 2 times 2, that is 4. And then 2 times 1, of course, that is 2. Now, you have, I said ladder. Hindi pwedeng sakto yun. You know that. I don't need to explain further bakit sa naka-ladderize. And then, you're going to put the equal sign, yung isang bar line na mahaba. Dito, why? We are going to add. So, diba? Kasi nga, dalawa na siya eh. Kung isa lang na digit yung multiplier, that is multiplier, the second number, hindi na natin kailang mag-ladderize. But since there are 2 decimal figure in the multiplier, so we need to do that. And then we need to start adding now. Okay. So definitely that would be, okay, 4. Yung dulo, 4. Struggle is real. Yeah, that's it. 4. And then 6 plus 2 is 8. Followed by 6 plus 1 is 7. And then 4 plus 3 is another 7. And then we need to bring down 2. So the answer is this one. Right? 2, 7, 7, 8, 4. Now, there are 5 decimal figures. Okay? So kailangan yung sagot, there would be like 5 decimal figures. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to put the decimal point and then 0. So the correct answer, 27,784 hundred thousands. Okay? Did we satisfy the rule that we need to multiply as if we are multiplying whole number? Check. Did we satisfy the rule that we need to move the decimal point according to the total number of decimal figures? Check. So if you follow those rules, so we will never what? Get wrong answer when we are like dealing with multiplication of decimals. Right? Now, let me see. Alam nyo na, you will say this one. will this way, if, if that's clear. But if that, this way, if not. Okay. So let's see. So we will proceed the show me board activity. Now, there will be timer. So kung hindi umabot sa time, okay lang class. Okay, don't feel bad. But basta still try and try pa rin, okay? Let's go to the classroom screen. Yeah. So the first question is this one. And you have 1 minute to do that. Timer starts now. Don't say done. Done. We will check if the timer is up. Or if the time is up, rather. Please focus on question number 1. Not this one.
Sir, answer lang po ba?
Yes. You may use scratch paper and then you may like write the final answer on your show me board. There you have it. Who's not yet done? Who's not yet done? Okay, almost, you know, most of the class is finished answering the question. In 3, 2, 1, show your answers. Okay, Amer, correct. Elia, Mia, Kia, Angelica, I said the zeros. You did not consider the 4 decimal figures. Jaisley, correct. Hannah is correct. Diana, Marius, Santara, that is right. Toby is also correct. Sophia, right. Who else? Please type your answers. Yes, Bella, correct. Percy is correct. Jester is correct. But if you already like saw the answer of your classmate, please do not copy. Right? Please. By being honest, you are helping. You actually do not do it for me. You did it for yourself. Because you help yourself to grow and to learn honesty. Ako, alam ko na yun. So, you need to learn something. So, if you will just copy the answer of your classmate, so you are just, you're not helping yourself. Okay, very good. So, let's continue. No. Cancel. Okay, so I will remove this one. I believe this is done. Question number 1. So, let's proceed to question number 2. Ayan, kung ano yung pinakamalaking image, yun yung sasagutan. In 3, 2, 1, begin. All right, time is up. But you can still like tell me if you're not yet done. You can inform me or ask some more time if you want some more time. I'll give it to you. Okay, but I believe you're able to answer now. Okay, let me see your answer in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, ala. So, ayan, medyo naging complicated na kasi yung ano. Aliyah, correct. Mia, Eman, Diana, JM. No, Jace, will you please repeat that one? Hannah is correct. Kia also correct. And Marius. Yes, Percy and Bella is correct. Akiko is correct. Ara also right. Anika is right. Sophia right. Abang right. Yes, Amer's right. Angelica is right, correct. Anika, yes, you're correct. So the answer there should be 222 ten thousandths. Amika, please inform me what is wrong with your internet connection. Amika, can you hear me? Please inform me what's wrong. Also, please, sino yung friend ni Carl? Kasi na-disconnect si Carl. Paki-chat later si Carl na tinatanong ni Sir if you are encountering like weak connection, internet connection. Okay, paki-message daw si Sir. And please, yung mga nadi-disconnect, please tell me immediately, nakuha nyo ba yung lesson? Did you understand or not? Okay? Diretso na agad. Huwag nang mahihiya or sasabihin, oo, hindi naman pala. Kasi ang daming nadi-disconnect ko, as I can see, kanina nawawala, babalik. Okay, let's continue with question number 3. Is it? Ito ba yun? No, this number 4. Ayun. Okay.
Sir, nabihira daw po yung signal po ni Sir. Lagi daw po siya nag-disconnect.
Okay, sige. So, next. So, I'll give more time for this. I believe you need more time for this one. I think 1 minute and 30 seconds for this one. Kasi there are the multipliers has 2 decimal figures. So, ready? 2900 times 1500. Begin.
Sir.
All right. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, go. Anika is correct. Amer correct. Aliyah, Mia, Angelica. Emma, no. Hannah, yes. Sophia, yes. Abam, yes. Jaisley, yes. Miel, yes. Diana, yes. Carl, yeah. That's right. Santara, correct. Kia also. JM also. Marius. Ara. Jester, may I see your answer again? Did you erase that? Cassie is correct. Toby is correct. And Percy and Bella. Si Amika, kung hindi ko pa sinabihan, hindi maglalagay ng sagot. Ayan. Okay. Marius, correct. That is correct. Okay, let's continue with the next question. Or the next equation. So we have, yeah, number 4. Ayan. 4 and 72 hundredths times 8 tenths. So I'll give you 1 minute and 10 seconds for that. Done? Are you done? Yes?
Done.
Done? So we'll not wait for the time. it's I think it's long, too long for you. So yeah. Will you
Done.
please show your answers in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Anika, correct? Amer? Mia? Alia? Hannah? Kia? No, Santara is correct. Jester, will you please check why you got a wrong answer? Carl is correct. Mario is correct. Ara correct. Diana also correct. Mm. Abam, yes, correct. Jaisley, yes. Percy, yes. Toby, yes. Cassie, yeah. Bella also right. And Akiko. Justin, yes, Miel, correct. Sophia, no. There should be like, pag may isa pa class na digit sa left, hindi naman siya kasama dun sa counting ng decimal figure kasi sobra na. Magiging whole number na yon. You get it? Kaya nga siya nagkaroon ng 3 and 776 kasi we have, if you're going to take a look sa ating given, 3 decimal figures lang yon. Right? Kasi may 4 ano siya, digits. So magiging whole number yung isa. Okay, that's the idea of decimal. Now let's have the last problem. The last equation. Hindi ko muna i-erase. Baka magamit pa natin. Ayan. Madali lang naman to kasi 1 digit muna yung multiplier and 2 digits. Okay, ano lang to, siguro 1 minute or 50 seconds lang. Ready? Go.
Done.
Done?
Done.
Very good. Done. Okay. Let's check. Meron pang 8 seconds but let's check already. Yeah. In 3, 2, 1, show it. Show it. Show it to the madlang people. Yes. That is Anika, correct? Niel, Amer, Aliyah, Mia, Hannah, Jaisley, Diana, Kia, Marius, Ara, Carl, Toby, Bella, Amka, Eman, Percy, correct. Abam, Santara. Yes, Sophia, that's correct. Angelica, yes, that's right. That's right. Very good. Mhm. So, as I can see, majority of the class got 5 points, and I'm so happy because it means that you really understand how to multiply decimals, and that is the most important thing. Because next time, class, ito yung gagawin natin kasi I just tried it a while ago in our GC. In dealing with problem solving, I'm going to write their schedule. For example, tomorrow, wala naman tayong math. So, but I believe may mga free time naman kayo somehow. So, maglalagay ako ng time na pwede kong mag-pose ng question that is to what? To connect to the lesson solving problems. So, ibig sabihin, there will be problems like MTAP problems that will be posted sa inyong GC. And then when I say go, saka nyo ilalagay ng sabay-sabay yung sagot. Did you get it? So, hindi naman siya, aabangan mo siya maghapon. Hindi, kailangan ko pong hawak ng cellphone kasi sabi ni sir maglalagay ng tanong. No. I will announce what time, when to post the answer, the question rather. Hindi siya aabangan ng maghapon, tas nakaharap lang kayo sa cellphone ng maghapon. No. It's not like that. Tsaka, hindi pwedeng ang idadahilan sa bahay lagi kaya lagi nakaharap sa cellphone is hinihintay yung message ni sir, baka may announcement. No. Simula sa next week, maglalagay ko ng schedule when to use the gadget lang. Okay? And when to sit in front of the monitor for the online class and for the activity. Not the whole day na nakaharap sa cellphone or gadget kasi it's not good for the health naman. Please do something physical. Run outside, mag-basketball, mag-badminton, other activities that are like, can help you become like, have a stronger body. Hindi yung puro gadget na lang. At idadahilan is inaabangan yung ipopost ni sir. Not like that. Okay? So I will just post kung anong oras ko ilalagay yung question. Most probably, para lahat ay gising na bukas, so kasi may peace education naman ng morning, so mas probably magpo-post ako ng mga 10 ng question. That is an MTAP, that it can be a routine or non-routine problems. Alam niyo naman yung routine and non-routine problems kasi you have already discussed that when you were in grade 4. But you will just write the final answer. Hindi nyo na kailangan lagyan ng solution. When I say go, wait for that signal, the go word, or the go signal, before you post your answer sa GC. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, sabay-sabay yung magpa-pop. Katulad ng pinost ko kanina sa timeline ko, ganun siya, sabay-sabay nagpa-pop kasi may hinihintay nyo yung word na go bago nyo siya ilagay. Okay? Alright. So, that's it. Now, that's the end of our discussion. So, any questions? And so far, so on Thursday, we'll have 3 subjects. I'm sorry that supposedly kasi class dapat science kanina, but then because of the, I'm still waiting for the visitors, kaya mamove din siya ng Thursday. So our schedule will
Sir,
be
hanggang ilan po yung score dun sa show me board kanina?
8 points. So there will be like English first in the morning, 8, and then followed by ESP at 10 a.m. and then science is at 1 p.m. Is that okay?
Yes.
I will be on Thursday.
Sir.
Okay. So, I'm going to send the link for the exercises of today's activity. Okay? And I'm going to write also pages from books kung ano yung pwede niyong sagutan. But, unahin muna, wag mo nang magli-leave. I'm going to wait for the what do you call this? The answers why you are still in front of the monitor kasi baka hindi nyo matapos agad. Anyway, 5 questions lang to. Okay? While you are still in front of the monitor, please accomplish this problem. I mean this quiz. Okay? For a while, I'm going to send it to your group. Please give me feedback if you can open or cannot open. The link is sent. So please open that one. And
Open naman.
okay, so go. While you're still in front of me, answer now the problems kasi gusto kong makita agad yung result. All right, go. Start.
Open ko po.
You are allowed to use scratch paper. Please do not use calculator.
Done.
Okay, may I see?
Done.
Ay, ang dami nang nag-submit pala.
Done. Done.
Done.
Wow, nice. So, yung unang nag-pass is nakakuha ng 5. Okay.
Done.
Okay. So, somehow. Yeah, I am satisfied with the result. Meron nang nakailang kakuha ng 2. But anyway, okay, there are 20 responses. So I'm still waiting for 7 more responses. Jaisley, practice some more. Multiplication. Okay? Mm, um, who else? Those who got 2, 3, middle kasi yung 3. Pero yung 3, somehow kailangan nyo pang mag-double effort. So, for those who got 4 and 5, congratulations. You did a very good job. Nice. You need to give a hand for those who got 4 and 5 because I'm happy if somebody is getting like 4 or 5. Okay, that's what makes me happy. But for those who got like 3, 2, 1, I'm not saying na I'm disappointed. Not like that. What I'm saying is you need to like study more. Especially this one kasi this is recorded video naman class. Pwede kayong bumalik para malaman nyo yung ano. Bakit mali? Okay. Ara, what's wrong, Ara? Ara, please watch the video again if you have time. Because I know you are really disconnected. I know you are experiencing internet connection problem. So I understand. I will just post what to answer sa books. Sa book ng Math for Life. Okay. So as I can see naman, I'm waiting for only 4 responses na lang. So let's call it today. Very good class kasi majority of the class got 4 and 5 points. So I'm happy. So see you next time for another, challenging math class, and we will proceed to division. Problem solving for routine and run routine will be done in GC, on our GC rather. Okay? So Thursday, 8 a.m. Huwag na magtanong what time. 8 a.m. We'll start the English class, followed by 10 ESP, and 1 p.m. we'll have science. Please study the science lesson because I believe yun ay about na sa reproductive ng animals because we're done with the menstruation. Okay? Animal reproductive system na tayo. Alright. So there you have it. See you class. Bye for now.
Bye, sir.
That's all.
Bye, sir. Thank you po.